Hello, my friends, and welcome back to Story Time. So I thought we could bring this book back out. I know we haven't read it in a while, but you guys really liked it when I read it in class. Do you remember what this is called? What the title of the book is? There's this guy right here. It's actually his name. EGGBERT. And that says EGGBERT. EGGBERT. The slightly cracked egg. And if you look at these letters, you see they're all uppercase letters. They're the mommy and daddy letters, or the big letters. So let's see what happens to EGGBERT in our story. There once was an egg named EGGBERT. He loved to paint beautiful pictures. EGGBERT's paintings always cheered up the other eggs in the refrigerator. But one day, it was discovered that EGGBERT was slightly cracked. Slightly means a little bit. It's not a big crack. He's slightly cracked. Eggs with cracked shells were not allowed to stay. Sadly, the other eggs told EGGBERT he would have to leave. EGGBERT waved goodbye to his old friends. He hunched his shoulders, what little shoulders he had, and pressed his shell together so that the crack almost disappeared. Almost. Oh, there he goes. Then he set out to look for a new place to live. All the drawers had labels, but none of them were right for EGGBERT. He knew he would have to look harder. There had to be some place where he would fit in. I don't know if that was a really nice choice for the other foods to kick EGGBERT out just because he was a little different because he had a crack. I wonder, what do you guys think? Do you think that was nice? EGGBERT's a little different, so they said, you know what? We can't hang out with you. You gotta go. Look, they're giving him thumbs down. They're saying, I wonder how EGGBERT feels about that. Before long, EGGBERT came to a spot with a beautiful view. If only I could stay here, he thought. Then he had a great idea. No one had to know that he was an egg with a cracked shell. He would paint himself to look like other things around him. He'd blend in. But just as EGGBERT was thinking he found the perfect place, a potato plant happened to notice his crack. "Split," the plant ordered. EGGBERT tried not to be discouraged. Maybe I'll have better luck outdoors, he said to himself. The only way down was to jump. Luckily, EGGBERT landed in a soft bed of flowers. He had never seen flowers before, but they smelled even better than the lettuce. Perhaps this is the perfect place for me, he thought. A dab here, a splotch here, voila! EGGBERT was covered in flowers. But late that afternoon, an angry bee discovered that you cannot get nectar from an egg. And again, EGGBERT was told to leave. It was getting dark and he had still not found a place to live. Just when he was about to give up all hope, a glimmer of something caught his eye. What beautiful little lights, EGGBERT thought. With all his might and twice his usual care, he climbed up the fence. Perfect, EGGBERT said, when he was covered with stars. But the next morning, when the night stars were gone, a cat discovered that EGGBERT was just an egg with a cracked shell. "Scramble," said the cat. EGGBERT took a hard fall on the sidewalk. Now he was more cracked than ever. As it started to rain, he began to sob. He realized that no matter how he painted himself, he could not hide who he was. So no matter how EGGBERT tried to disguise himself, he was still a cracked egg. And everybody was rude to him. Everybody said, you know what? We don't like you here. Get out of here. You're a cracked egg. You're different. You're not good. Get away. And look at how that made EGGBERT feel. I hope there's a good ending to the story. Because right now, Egbert's not having a good time. Finally, the rain stopped and the sun broke through a crack in the clouds. Egbert began to notice something he had never noticed in his whole life. The world was full of cracks. All sorts of wonderful cracks. Maybe it's not such a bad thing to be slightly cracked, he thought. Look, there's a crack in the clouds, there's cracks on the ground, and there's a crack in Egbert. From then on, Egbert traveled around the world, making new friends and seeing famous cracked sights. Look at that. But he never forgot his friends back home in the fridge, and he painted them beautiful postcards of his travels. They were well and truly amazed, and they missed him, if truth be told. I think his old friends are starting to realize something. To this day, Egbert does not regret being cracked. In fact, he's even a little proud of it. The end. So the moral of this story, or the meaning behind this story, is that it's all right to be different. In fact, it's actually a good thing. And once you realize that everybody in the whole world is different, then you will be a happy person. And it's good to have differences, because could you imagine if we could all do the same things? It would be a little bit boring, huh? All right, my friends, come back tomorrow for another story, okay? I miss you, and I will see you soon.